Hari Om to you all. Sit down. Okay, so as we discussed already in our previous class that which chapter we are going to start today?
Chapter 6.
Chapter 6, water resources. Yes, good. Okay, so as you can see here that today in this class we are going to start a very interesting chapter. This is what? Water resources. Okay, so water resources earlier already in 10th class है ना, we studied about it, but again we have to discuss, we have to study here one more same topic, which is the water resources. Okay, so let's start. As you can see here, water resources. So before to start the chapter, let's see in brief that what actually we have to study in this chapter. So basically this chapter is divided into 4 parts. Which 4 parts are there? Firstly, we'll discuss about the water resources in India, means all the details related to water resources, especially about India, we'll discuss in this chapter. Okay, after that second topic what is? It is geographical distribution of India. So we'll see all the details which are related to the geographical distribution of India. Like if we talk about the world, here you can see है ना, these complete blue color, what it is actually shows? What it is actually shows? It is the water bodies of the world, different oceans of the world, as you can see here है ना, different oceans of the world. So actually in this chapter we have to study the same. So firstly about the world we'll discuss, and after that about India we'll discuss according to different geographical locations. So this is the second point, second topic that we'll cover here. After that sectoral utilization of the water resource we'll discuss here, and after that finally at the end of the chapter what we have to discuss कि what are the method of its conservation, how can we conserve the water है ना. We already know that कि at the present time not only India but the world, all the countries and most of the countries of the world are facing the problem of water scarcity. Actually our chapter will start from the same topic. So if we have to protect the people है ना from the water scarcity, then it is required what? Conservation of water. Okay, so in this chapter we'll also study about the method of its conservation and sectoral management. Did you get the point that what actually we have to study in this chapter?
Yes.
Okay, now let's come to the first topic of the chapter. Okay, so as I already told you that from where we have to start the chapter, we have to start from the very first topic, which is what? Water scarcity. Okay, so water scarcity, do you know what is it? Do you know what is it? Can you define it? What is water scarcity?
Lack of sufficient amount of water.
Yes?
Lack of sufficient amount of water.
Yes, very good. Sit down. Okay, water scarcity. It is what? Generally we will talk about the meaning of this term. So it is what? It is lack of sufficient amount of water. And complete definition you can see there. कि the lack of sufficient amount of water in a specific region and compared to its population. Okay, compared to its population in a region, it may be a state, it may be a country, it may be a continent. Okay, so the region according to their population, if the sufficient amount of water is not available there, are you getting the point? Comparison to the population. Okay, if the sufficient amount of water is not available there, It means what we can say, it is the problem of water scarcity. Got it? So what you have to remember here, water scarcity is what? Water scarcity is lack of sufficient amount of water in a specific region. The region may be one city, a state, a country or a continent, and it is compared to its population. So this is called water scarcity. Okay, so this is the first topic which we have to study here. But if we have to understand it in better manner, so firstly we have to see some basic introduction, which we already covered in class 6, class 7 as well. Let's see firstly what is the surface of the earth, या earth's surface. Do you know how many surfaces are there? How many actually spheres are there? How many spheres are there? The earth can be classified into 4 spheres. Which 4 spheres are these? As you can see here, firstly the lithosphere. Which 4 spheres are there? Can you tell?
Lithosphere.
Yes, first is what?
Lithosphere.
Lithosphere. What is this lithosphere? Can you tell? Anyone? What is this lithosphere? Yes, it is actually the solid portion of the earth. Okay, it is the what? Solid portion or solid part of the earth. Solid part of the earth means what? It is the part of the earth where actually human beings are live. This is the part of the earth where human beings are live. So this is the lithosphere, which is what? Next, second is hydrosphere. Hydrosphere means what? Hydrosphere means, yes, can you tell?
Water present. Where the water is present.
Yes, it is the part of the earth where water is available. Yeah, part of the earth which is covered by what? Different water bodies. So it is called what? Hydrosphere. Okay, and actually in this chapter, what about we have to study? We have to study about the hydrosphere. Third one is also there, what? Atmosphere. Actually we don't need to study about of it right now, but this is the third sphere, and the collective portion of these all, hydrosphere, lithosphere and atmosphere, is called what? You can see there, biosphere. It is called the biosphere. So actually, are you getting that? Actually in this chapter what we have to study? We have to study about the hydrosphere, which is what? Water bodies, है ना? Okay, so let's see here. This is already we discussed. Hydrosphere is what? The total area of the earth which is covered by water is called hydrosphere. Have you got the point? Okay, already we have covered it. Next, you have to see this point. If we talk about the complete part of the earth, so already we know that hydrosphere and lithosphere. So maximum part of the earth is covered by what? Maximum part of the earth is covered by the water bodies, is covered by the water. As you can see here, this is the solid portion of the earth where different continents are there. And this blue color, it is the part of the earth which is covered by the water bodies. Are you getting? So actually we have to discuss about these water bodies. So you know already, you can see there कि lithosphere, what is the percentage of lithosphere? Only 29% part of the earth is lithosphere. It means it is the solid part of the earth where different kind of continents are there. Remaining, if we talk about the 71% part of the earth, so this is actually what?
Hydrosphere.
Yes, it is actually hydrosphere. Got the point? So in this chapter, as I already told you 2-3 times to you, that in this chapter we have to discuss, we have to study about of hydrosphere. Got it? Okay, so let's come to the main point right now. Availability of the fresh water. What we have discussed right now, that ki 71% part of the earth is covered by the water. Now we have to see that what is the percentage of the fresh water. Fresh water means what? What do you mean by fresh water?
Which you can use for drinking purpose.
Yes. Yes. Repeat again.
Purpose.
The water which can be used for the drinking purpose, especially by the humans. Yeah, the water which is suitable for the human being, है ना? It can be considered as what? Fresh water. So actually now in our next topic, what we have to see? What we have to see? You can see there in the topic. Yeah. Availability of fresh water. Actually in this topic what we have to see? Availability of fresh water. Okay, so all the points are given there. One by one we'll discuss all the points. If we'll compare to this hydrosphere, suppose that we'll take it as a 100%. Okay, if we'll take it as a 100%, it means the total amount of water. So you can see there, out of this total amount of water, 97% water is what? 97% water is salty water, or it is saline. It means what? Salty or saline means salt content is there. So you can see, if we talk about the 100% or total amount of water, so 97% water is salty water, and if it is salty, it means generally where is it? It is in sea or it is in ocean. But so many time such kind of questions, questions from this topic is asked in UPSC exams, civil services exams, or in mostly you can say competition exams. Why? Because this is the fact based questions. Okay, so always you have to remember such kind of datas. Are you getting the point? So what we discussed, 97% water is salty water which is present in sea or ocean. Now only 3% water is there. Okay, now only 3% water is there, which we can consider as what? Fresh water. Or we already understood there, fresh water means what? The water which can be suitable, which can be useful, which can use by the human being. Okay, the water which is useful, which is beneficial for the human being. Now fresh water, already we know that the percentage of the fresh water is 3%, and out of these 3%, 2% water is in the form of what? It is in the form of glaciers. 2% water is there in the form of glacier. So only we can say 1%. Overall 3%. Okay, but 1% water which is available as the surface water, which is actually directly in use of the human being. So what you have to remember, the total amount of water is 100%. If we compare from this portion, so out of these 97% is salty water. It means it is not suitable, generally it is not suitable for the human being. It may be possible कि after processing है ना, little amount of water may be used for the different purpose, but generally it is not useful for the human being. Okay, now what? Only 3% is fresh water. Out of these 3%, approx 2% is what? Glaciers. Approx 2% water is in the form of glaciers. Only 1% water is available in which form? Surface water. Generally we also use the water of glaciers in the form of rivers, we can say, but if we talk about of this, so only 1% of fresh water. So now let's come to the same question, कि if there is a huge amount of water on the surface of the earth, so why water scarcity is there in different region of the world and India? Can you answer it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Shivi.
Sir, because only 3% is useful for human beings.
Yes.
And only In 3% there is only 1% which is surface water, which is drink or used by human beings.
Okay, good. Sit down. Okay, so you can see there and you can answer the question from this portion. है ना? We already know that कि 97% there is no use of it. Only we have 3% and out of that 3 only 1% is useful for us. That is why water scarcity is there. Are you getting the point? कि why if the huge amount of water is there on the surface of the earth, so why people are facing the problem? So it is because कि we have definitely huge amount of water, but it is salty water which is in sea or ocean, but only we have 3% which we can use for the human beings. Is it clear? Okay, now is there any doubt in this topic? If is there any doubt, you can ask to me. Parallelly you have to write down all the points. Okay, next. Some additional points also we have to discuss here. 2 or 3 points are there, and this is also very important. Sometime in our board exam, in the form of assertion reason, such kind of questions may be asked. Okay, so definitely each and every point you have to remember very carefully. Okay, so what the availability of fresh water varies over space and time. What actually this point want to say? The point want to say that the availability of the fresh water, it means the water which is available on the surface of the earth, and we are talking about what? Fresh water. So the availability of the fresh water is vary. According to what it is vary? According to 2 factors it is vary. Firstly, it is vary according to space. How it is vary according to space? Suppose that space means what? Space means generally place. If we'll move from one place to another place, one state to another state, one city to another city, or one country to another country, so can you say that in each and every place the equal amount of water is available there? No. Is it? Definitely not. So it means what? If we'll move from one place to another place, if we'll go from one place to another place, it means what? The availability of fresh water would be definitely change. It would be vary. It means availability of fresh water is different in different place. So have you got the point? Yes. That key, the availability of fresh water is vary over the space. Similarly, according to the time, it also varies. How? कि right now we can say कि the amount of water which is available, है ना, we have. It may be possible or it may not be possible that the same amount of water would be available in the future. Definitely कि in future population will increase, climate change like conditions are also there. So according to time, okay, similar like according to space, according to time, water availability is also varies, is also changes. Got it? So you have to remember these both the points ki according to space as well as what? According to time, availability of water is vary. These 2 factors are important here. Is it clear? Have you got it? Similarly, beta, one more point which you have to remember here, ki the tensions and disputes on sharing and control of this scarce resources are becoming constated issue among communities, regions and state. Contested issue. It means what? We already know that. What we know that? Ki the rivers, as we already know that ki the rivers which are originate from a specific state, so it flows from one state to different states. So if we talk about the India or if we talk about the world, so beta, so many states are there where water disputes are going on. Water disputes means what? Dispute for the distribution, for the division of the rivers water, because all the states want that what? Ki they should use the 100% amount of their water, but definitely it is not possible. So in one line what we have to remember, ki due to the distribution of water, it became the cause of disputes between various states or various countries. Like if we talk about any example, so you can see here Indus River dispute. Do you know it is between which two countries? It is between, yes, it is between India and Pakistan. Okay, so you have to remember first dispute, Indus Water River dispute between India and Pakistan. Similarly, second one is Kaveri River dispute. Kaveri River, it is a peninsular river of India, and generally Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, these are the states where disputes are going on due to this river. So what you have to remember, 2 points you have to remember, that the availability of fresh water is vary according to space and time, and sometime it creates a lot of disputes between what? Various states or various countries. Is it clear everything?